Well, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode of the Aggressively Average Angler Podcast. Cracking a Dr. Pepper right before we get started. There we go. I got the cherry tonight is what I'm going with.
Cherry's a nice mix-up. I do like one cherry to every probably 3 cream sodas to every 2.6 regular OGs.
What a bunch of ratios that were just thrown at us. All right, tonight we're talking about Bronze Quest. We're going to Kayak Adventure Series in Marinette, Wisconsin next week, and we've got Jake Hepner on the show, aka Iliak, and if you guys follow him on the socials, and he's going to clue us in on all of his best spots, where we're going to launch our kayaks, and where we're going to catch all the big fish. Right, Jake?
Yep, I'll give you all the locations to the place I've never been.
Yeah.
Sweet. We're all learning together. I haven't even looked at Marinette, but next week we're doing a tournament there. So that's what we're doing tonight. It's kind of like, okay, you're going to a new spot. What are you going to do? How are you going to prep for that? We're talking what rods, what reels, what kayak setup we're deciding to go with. As much as I would love to like bring a lake kayak and a river kayak and this and that and the other thing, you're bringing one, right? So we're going to pick the one that we're going to bring. And then we're also going to look at some spots. Like, how do you target productive waters when you're not there, which is harder than you think if you haven't tried to do it before. So we're all gonna just do this together tonight. I think it'll be a wonderful experience. So let's get into it, shall we? Got a couple of news and noteworthy things here real quick. And I just want a reminder, because this dropped last week, we do an extra video every week now. So we've gone back to 3 videos a week. There's a video up tonight. It's we're fishing the new Pradco lures. So we have a bunch of the Rebel Yum, Great Lakes Finesse, and Booyah stuff and Headin that came out. So we got a chance to put that on to the test on the water. Had a blast with it. It was cool. So go watch that video whenever you get a chance. We've got that is a thing
is
that
sick.
was in there.
I've caught some big smallies on that thing already.
I've seen you fishing it. It's like it is a speed stick. Like it is super
they're
fast.
just they're so aggressive about eating that thing. I don't know what it is. It's just, I guess it's the design, like the shape of it.
Yeah, it's insanely
odd
erratic too. Yeah, it takes some getting used to. You kind of look at it in the box and you're like, I know how to work a bait like this, and then you get it on the water and you're like, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing.
You have to throw it on like mono or fluoro too. You cannot throw it on braid.
So the same thing.
Yep.
I tried it and I was like, am I doing something wrong here?
It's just
yeah, it's a nightmare because you need some give. Mono is definitely a solid way to go. You need a little bit of stretch.
Mono's underrated, man. It's a lost art.
It is. Yeah. I mean, people still argue for it. People still definitely advocate. They'll come to bat and be like, fluorocarbon, schmorocarbon, get some monofilament line. Like, I hear that argument still going on. Yeah, just get yourself some big game line. I've still got a couple spools of that from back in the day. So,
and it's coiled like a spring.
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing they're still selling the original spools from 1999. They made it once and they never had to make it again. Never
expires. It'll be fine. Let's see. We do have some tent camping spot. I wanted to call this out. Drew mentioned it before we went on the show. Mm-hmm. There are some tent camping spots available still for Kayak Adventure Series at Bronze Quest. So if you're thinking about going to Marinette, Wisconsin, I know it could be a journey for you. It is for us. But if you're thinking about going to it, it's pristine waterways, some beautiful nature, some huge smallmouth available for you there if you want. You should probably register, maybe do the team, individual, micro bag, whatever you want to do for the event itself. But if you need a place to stay, then you can just hit us up. What's the email you guys want to send in that to, Jake?
info@kayakadventureseries.com.
Here we go.
We have a decent amount of tent camping availability within reason. It's not going to be like a tent site, but that doesn't matter because, we've got our 4 cabins in the vicinity. So if you need anything, you can obviously come use the cabins. So
sweet. All right. So yeah, if you guys want to come hang out, if you want to catch some giant smallmouth, have a blast. These events are always a lot. Like, you're going to make some friends. You're going to catch some fish. You're going to catch some good vibes.
If you're not catching fish, you're doing something wrong up here. Trust me.
And you're going to also learn. So you're going to go to the Bass U brunch. If you're like, hey, I'm uncomfortable with these techniques, I don't really typically target smallmouth. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing in Wisconsin, whatever that is. You can go to the Bass U brunch. You can talk to some smart people and you can learn some techniques and you can go apply on the water. So I think that's definitely worth considering. So go to kayakadventureseries.com, check out the event for Marinette, Wisconsin. It's called Bronze Quest. And then if you guys want a place to stay, you can check that out. One last thing I'm going to throw out there. If you guys don't know, my wife is a teacher, and teaching is expensive as a teacher. Like, you have to buy all of your supplies. Nobody gives you any of that stuff. So all the pencils that go missing and the notebooks that get broken and torn in half.
Kids
and stuff,
just eat that stuff. They don't even.
The children consume the things. My wife buys them, aka we buy them.
Their nugs.
And the kids just consume them. So we're going to throw a link real quick in chat. I'm not asking for anything big here. My wife is looking for $200 was like her goal that she wants to raise. Basically, teachers can set it up on this Donate for School website, and then anybody can donate whatever the heck they want. You guys don't have to donate anything, but if you want to help out, I think she's only $65 away from like the goal. And this is just for supplies. So don't go crazy. But if anybody wanted to contribute anything, I appreciate the consideration. And then Chaz, I put that in private chat for you if you want to just pin that for a couple minutes at the top of the show. There we go. All right, that's my one selfish thing for my wife that I'll throw in there. Moving on, let's get into the show meat, shall we? Let's do a little Q of the D, Paul.
Q of the D. You have three options. You can catch one of these. I'm curious to know which one you would pick. Would you rather catch a 10-inch bluegill, a 30-inch walleye, or a 36-inch pike?
Oh, probably a pike for me.
I shortened the pike a little bit. That's
you
like
did.
10 inches trophy for bluegill. 30-inch walleye is trophy.
Yeah.
I don't know this to be true. I'm pretty sure 40 inches is trophy pike. I'm very confident.
Yeah.
But I made it 36 because honestly, 40-inch pike is crazy. I feel like it's more of a trophy than the other ones. I've caught a 39 and like a 40 or 41. That's like a claim to fame. Same with a bluegill. Like, I've caught 10-inch bluegill. It's insane, and I will never forget it. So I guess same with walleye. But which one? If you could catch one, which one are you gonna? Which would you prefer to catch? It's like the starter kit for Pokemon, Midwest starter kit.
I'd pick the walleye.
He's going with walleye. Okay,
good choice.
I feel like walleye it's such a it's a weird fish. Like, they can fight super hard, or they can fight like a wet sock.
They just fly. Yeah, when you're trolling, they just roll over.
You never know what you're gonna get, but
right.
I just think a 30-inch walleye would be cool. I've caught 10-inch bluegill, and like
catching a 10-inch bluegill, like a big bull, like big forehead, like those fish are
where they get like the little fat roll.
Yes.
Where it looks like they have like the.
Oh my god! It's like they have a unibrow, but it's like an actual physical being.
Yeah,
I would probably, if it were me, I think like 7 times out of 10, I would probably pick the bluegill. 10-inch bluegill is awesome. Jeff, what about you?
I mean, 10-inch bluegill is awesome, but I'm not going to pretend like I don't want to catch a toothy critter. Even if it's not 40, it's 36-inch. Like, a 36-inch pike's a monster. Like,
it's a monster.
Let's not get it twisted just because it's not, the trophy, the lake record. It's still gigantic. Anytime I catch like a plus 26, I'm like, hell yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's a great day. That's a great pike. So 10 more inches on that, that's a freaking monster. I'm here. I'm terrified. I'll be shaking in my boots and I'll be having a great time.
They're very spooky to catch. And when you catch them that big, the number of runs they're willing to do is much higher than the number of runs that a 30, 26, way higher.
Yeah. When they just lay down, they just
put the brakes on you. And they're like, yeah, I'm good.
They turn sideways. They're so long. They just go sideways. And just...
So I'll be here for a minute. I love it. The catching a giant pike is crazy because you get the first hit and you're like, catfish, got to be a catfish. It does its run. Then you realize it was way too short of a run. And you're like, what happened? So then you start horsing the stupid thing in. And then they just take off again. And you're like, yeah, this is either a pike or a catfish. It's one of the two. There's nothing. It's not going to be anything else. And then it's the greatest feeling in the world. They make
you know it's not a bass. That's like the
Yeah,
first
you're-
thing you know is it's not a bass. But also, like, they T-bone baits like nobody's business. So whenever you hear that
Spinner
or
bait,
you feel that
just-
huge slam, I'm like, that's a pike. Like I already know every time. But it almost gets taken out of your hand. We were on the lake the other day, and I had that hammer handle hit, and it almost took the rod out of my hand. And it's like this 18-inch at best pike, like a little guy. I was like, okay, cool, man. Yeah, they're fun. All fish are fun. Let's be real. I'm here for catching anything, but if you can get a giant, sweet.
I have a backup question. So Sudsy on the water. Oh wow, 42-inch pike. That's Ontario. You're in the spot.
Yeah, don't take this from him.
That's a beast, dude. All right, Sudsy on the water has one. He says, anyone use ratchet straps to secure their kayak to their trailer? I do not. But you're not. Yours not in the trailer though.
Oh yeah, no, not in the trailer. We use cam straps. It's just better for that. But on the truck bed, yeah. Also because it's not like wrapping around. It's not like pulling down to like a bunks or anything like that. I don't know. I don't see an issue with it. But cam straps are ideal on trailers.
Cam straps are ideal for a number of reasons. One, you don't actually need that much holding power to hold the dang thing in its spot. It really doesn't take much. Two, you can't over tighten a cam strap, which is great. You can definitely over tighten a ratchet strap, and you can ruin either your truck bed, because what happens is you think it's pulling down, it's actually pulling forward, and it'll bend the front of your box, like your truck box, because the front of the kayak's actually getting pushed into it. You'll notice if you have a liner, it'll start doing this, like it'll start pushing into it, and you're like, I've gone too far. Now
that's when you stop.
Exactly, but that can ruin not only your truck, it'll ruin your kayak for sure. You could break a kayak just over tightening a ratchet strap. And they're also just twice as much work as a cam strap, so I just tend to use a cam strap like almost all the time, almost exclusively.
I don't know. Ratchet straps are pretty fast. Like
it can be, but you have to like go all the way through, and then you got to come all the way back out with the other end. And then when they bite really hard, you're screwing around getting them undone. Versus a cam strap, you literally push the thing, and all the tension just shoots out of it. I think it's faster. It's marginal, but it is faster.
I think they're the same. I don't know about that, but like a ratchet, I'm with the over tightening is a problem. But yeah, throwing my ratchets in there with hooks on them takes me a few seconds. It's not that long. But if you're not paying attention to it, one thing that Paul pointed out that I think is really important is like if you have anything on the bow of your kayak and then you're ratcheting down and then that's pulling your kayak forward, you're gonna break that off. That's like the biggest thing. Like I can't use the ratchet straps on like my Crescent Choli because I have a chute for my anchor off the front. So if I ratchet it, it just puts all the pressure on that anchor chute. That's a problem. Not ideal. And there's a bunch of other products out there too. Like there are other things you can go with, but cam straps are definitely a good option, I would say, for most people. I see a lot of interesting things in chat that maybe we need to check out on the gear side of things. Boat Buckle G3s.
What even is that?
I don't even know. Rhino retractable straps. You guys are making things up at this point. I swear it. I'm going to look all these things up so that I can get them.
Boat buckle is just a type of ratchet strap.
Yeah, so are Rhino. Interesting. So different ways to set it up. I've also seen the ones where you can like set something up in the truck bed and then you can like position it wherever you want. I think so, right?
Yeah,
like,
I wanted to try those, but
the one with like a
it's like a quick
release.
strap.
Yeah,
it's just like you put it on there, you put it over top of it, and you like do that, and it like automatically pulls down on it, and you're good to go.
Yeah, they look pretty wild.
They have the fancy Instagram ads, so you know they're legit.
So you know they have a marketing budget.
Oh, not that much. Yeah, it's just it's hard to beat a cam strap. That's just my opinion. I think that's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're on the trailer.
So,
trailer's way to go.
Bon Joey 99, very interested in getting the answer to this question. He definitely put on the all caps.
Oh, all caps did. All
Should you keep? I'm sorry. Should you keep your drain plug loose when you keep your kayak in a hot garage?
Oh, that's interesting.
It's an interesting question. Jake, what do you think? I'll leave
if it's got water in it, yes. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you will. I think you can get some condensation, especially if you already have some moisture in there. So condensation is bad. I would agree. I used to always leave my hatch open.
I just opened it up.
Yeah, I would just leave the hatch open. I
It
would
really
just do that
depends
all
on
the time.
Kayak too, because like the Shoaly, you can leave the drain plug in because it's the way it's designed. The air gets in there anyways. But like some of the kayaks that are more like sealed off, it's a bigger deal. I know that if you need your kayak to like go back to a shape, you take the drain plug out, open all the hatches, and put it in the sun. It'll go boom over time.
Yeah, it'll pop. Yep. And if you don't have strong enough sun rays, which would be weird, you can use a heat gun. But if it's like the winter and you need to heat it up, it'll pop out. Or boiling water. I've seen that trick too.
Really?
Yeah. But the sun trick is definitely the easiest.
I used to do that with the Shoaly a ton because like right where the measuring board goes, it likes to bow in. And if you throw it in the sun with the drain plug out, it'll go back for a couple weeks and then it'll go back.
It's resilient. The open hatch thing on what was it? My Titan X, I used to do it a lot. Anytime you get any sort of water in there, if you know there's water in there, you just open it up.
The problem is, and I've called this out with the Bonafide RVR, that is a steamy kayak on the inside.
Get some.
And I actually do have the drain plug open on mine.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. I actually had never thought about it until I got an RVR. Before that, I never thought about it once. I never opened it up unless I absolutely had to. There was water in there. But I did leave my hatch open quite often, especially on like the Hobie Pro Angler. When you get some miles on those, they do leak a little water. And so I would leave the thing open and pull the bin up. I would do that just out of habit. I'd like empty it out and just pick up the bin. And I never had a problem. It also depends on your kayak too. I think a lot of people said it, but the quality of the materials of your kayak and just how they're designed. If you could tell it's a sweaty kayak and there's a lot of condensation, just open up the drain plug, sure. And if you could do more, do more. But it also won't be the thing that kills you.
Yeah, this is the common fix that a lot of people use with the RVR 119.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little sponge.
And an angry angler came in and said, I keep a sponge in my RVR and leave the rear hatch off. The rear hatch off. You're talking about the one you have to screw off? Oh, God.
The circle hatch in the back?
Of the RVR?
Yeah, isn't there a circle hatch back there?
No, it's the you 4 screws and the plate.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, for sure.
Gross.
And then he's back with the all caps. Bon Joey says
maybe his caps lock button's broken, man.
No, it's definitely not, because he says I have a Old Town PDL 120. So
you don't know that the numbers aren't caps either. They could be all caps.
I can smell an all caps. I know what I'm talking about.
A capitalized number? Can you?
Yeah, never. I tell you, like my boss, like my old boss, he was actually like, I don't know, he ended up being my VP. He goes, it was like I was doing a project and they were like maniacal about like fonts. And I remember my first project, he's going through my deck and he's like, there's a font that's different somewhere. And I'm like, I check this thing forwards, backwards, inside out, upside down. I know it's all the same. We are Arial Narrow. I will bet my life on it. And he goes, 2 hours later, he comes and finds me. It was one of the images was in a font that was Times New Roman. That's how I've been steeped in this culture. I know that 120, it's not caps.
That seems so important.
It's insane.
I
can't believe you. Yeah, dude. That's not even. That's honestly, that is not the craziest thing. The craziest thing that I have ever seen this particular person do is one time we had these speedometer like things, and there were like 5 of them. He had a protractor, and he was measuring the sizes of all of them to make sure that they were equal up against his screen.
That's disgusting. That's silly, goofy.
That is the corporate world, everybody, and you can get
that's why
AI
is doing great jobs.
Yeah.
Well, except they'll be like, these are both the same, right? One of them's like 68, one of them's 4.
Yeah, except AI.
Yes, they are. I guarantee it.
No, they wouldn't say yes, they are. They'd say exactly.
That's a great question. So glad that you queried me. Let me help out. Freaking.
Oh God.
Wild.
Anyways, for the Old Town PDL, I do not think that that's something you need to worry about. The way they have that front hatch, you have zero worries with that one whatsoever.
Never
if you
worried
are
about
worried or if it makes you feel good, it takes about 0.4 seconds. Just open up the front lid and you'll never have a problem the entire time you use that kayak. I had that one for years.
That plastic is also like insanely heavy duty on that kayak.
It's a Old Town is like a top 3 in terms of quality of plastic and also thickness of plastic. They're way up there.
Yeah, you're good. Thanks for the jewels, DeBurley. I still don't know what these mean, but
he's the only one. He knows.
He gets it. Nedrick nerd, maybe typeface nerd. Yeah. That reminds me of what was the SNL skit Papyrus where Ryan Gosling was going crazy because of the Avatar fonts. The font they used for the movie Avatar was Papyrus. Yeah. And he was like, I see Papyrus everywhere. That was your VP, dude. Freaking psychopath. All right, cool. Yeah. Moving on. Let's get into the show because we got to talk about Marinette, Wisconsin. Beautiful, I assume. Marinette, Wisconsin. Has anybody been to Marinette, Wisconsin?
I've been up close to that. I haven't quite made it all the way up there, but
okay.
So it is in northern Wisconsin.
Further north,
pull it up.
The nicer.
So it's by Green Bay.
Yes.
Ooh, we gotta get some cheese.
You will not have
Wisconsin beer this time.
You won't have a problem.
There's no cheese up there. I'm sorry.
You took it all already? I want some. All right, so I'm pulling up the event first. Let's start with that.
How are you doing this? Where are you going?
Where am I? On the computer? What do you?
No, I'm trying to guide the folks. You're saying you're going to the event, so I'm
pulling it up on the interwebs. And here
you're on the Kayak Adventure Series website, and you went to events.
Yep. And then we have Marinette, Wisconsin. So this is event number 5 of this year. The Northwoods Brawn Quest. It's very fancy.
You hiccup or burp?
You heard me. That was cherry Dr. Pepper for you guys. All right. So this is August 28th through 29th. That's a Friday, Saturday. We do a Friday afternoon fish and then Saturday morning /2 early afternoon. So it goes until like 2 o'clock or so. But if you guys want the event details, go up in here and check this all out. What I'm looking for is this. There we go.
The map.
Now we can zoom out. You got to look at the map. So this is where in Wisconsin it is. Look at that.
Way up.
Green Bay.
Yep. So we could take a ferry, but it's actually longer to take the ferry to get there. So we're not going to do that. Because we got to drive all the way up to like Ludington area, and then I don't remember where it comes across to. It's like fairly close. It's a couple hours from Marinette, but it's also really expensive. So we've never done that before. But this is the area where you have some qualified waters where we're actually in bounds, where we can fish.
So the way the way these Kayak Adventure Series tournaments work, if you haven't done them before, is they gave you a general area, so you can see right here it's all marked off. Any water in this area is legit. I'm assuming Green Bay is not open for fishing.
Yes, you actually can. I believe you get a mile or 2 miles offshore.
No way.
Huh. That might change things.
We'll see.
It won't change anything for me.
That is enticing.
What does it say on there? I don't know what Drew landed on. He updated it.
Dude, this is so wild. Like all of this. So at first glance, you're like, wow, that's a lot of land to cover. Because it is. So you end up figuring out like where you're staying, and then you're going to plot your points out from there. So do we know, Jake, where the cabins are within this region?
They are... Give me 1 second.
1.
Okay, you sound like my son. That was more than a second.
Now it's been 10 seconds.
They are on
at a 0.
The Menominee River in Portersfield, Wisconsin.
The Menominee River. Oh man.
Well, if you're looking
for good luck with me.
Porterfield is north.
There you go.
Northwest.
So it's somewhere in that general vicinity.
Okay, cool. So it's pretty central,
Yeah.
So from here, like this is where you're starting your day, right? And then you got to pick your spot. Then you drive out to your spot, and you got to get ready. Then you can't put your kayak in until we're allowed to, and then you can't put your lines in until you're allowed to. But this is kind of like how we would go about this. So once we know the general vicinity, then I'm looking for what is actually in play. Which don't we normally have these labeled on these? Do we not do that?
I believe so I think it's any public water within the.
There's just so many.
Yeah, so you've got
bodies of water.
Your main rivers are going to be the Peshtigo, the Menominee, obviously. What's the other one? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, we got rapids to go tubing through. I think I'm.
Yeah,
skipping
I will warn you on the Peshtigo. There is some like class 3s. I want to say.
There's gonna be some rough stuff.
None of the ones on the Menominee are in play unless you like do something insane. So,
what's this?
Okay,
a Kanto River.
Oh, that might be one of the small ones. What's that feed off of?
The big water, I think. Yeah. Well,
do you
I don't know if it's
those...
emptying in or.
That's the big question. So that's, as we're talking about this, going through this on the live, we should tell the folks some of the stuff that we consider, especially if we're looking at rivers, right? So what are some of the things that we go into when we decide a spot?
Yeah, so I'm looking for something that is, well, legal, obviously. But once you kind of find all your legal options, what I'm trying to figure out is like, okay, where are the fish likely to be? Now, rivers are hard.
In the water.
The water's good, so we got a good start.
That's a start. Step 1. Step 2.
Rivers can be tough. I'm trying to figure out, like, hey, where are these fish going to be without pre-fishing? Now, if you could pre-fish, which I think we may have some pre-fishing time when we go up, this will be the first time ever.
We won't, because if we leave Thursday morning, we're going to have 0 time.
Yeah, true. So we make it up as we go. But if you had pre-fishing, you'd say, like, okay, I'm going to try 3 or 4 different areas just quickly and see what kind of fish activity I could find. After that, personally, I'm trying to figure out, in a tournament like this, it's hard because you got to figure out if you're going to fish rivers, lakes, or both. So that does get tricky.
Right.
But there are a lot of really good lakes. That's the thing.
I actually would like to hit a lake. This is the one time where I actually would think I would prefer to hit a lake.
And you could also hit a blend, because the one thing about Wisconsin, if you've never fished it, is a lot of the rivers are dammed. So there's a lot of flowages. So at any given point, you can launch into like a flowage.
Styles.
And kind of do a little bit of everything, like you catch large. I mean, that like there looks awesome.
This looks so good.
Is that the state park?
Yeah.
This is the first thing I saw. Yeah.
This looks insane.
High Falls Reservoir. And then here's this is Peshtigo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Peshtigo. River. So, and there's a dam. So you've got in one spot a dam, this giant lake with 1 million trillion spots to fish, and then you can just hop into this river. I say it's probably not that easy to get into it, but you could then get into this river. You could fish this dam. This is really interesting. Now, this is like the furthest away from us that we could go. We're probably talking an hour and a half drive in the morning if we want to get to that spot, maybe more. It's a ways, dude.
But White Potato Lake exists.
Bam. Okay. Talk to me about
south of there.
I was making jokes about Potato Lake, and Drew was like, "Oh, it's not going to win," and I'm like, "Well, you never know."
Oh, there's a Rost Lake, a little Ross. Kelly, where am I looking for?
Potato Lake. Just White Potato Lake is just south of the state forest area.
Which state forest?
The one you were just looking at, the Peshtigo State Forest. So go down. A little bit to the left. You're right next to it. There
we go.
White Potato Lake.
The big one on the left.
Really
there's
small
a bunch
lakes here too.
So those small
There's the
lakes,
winning hole right there.
Well, you kind of joke, but like
you never know.
My experience about lakes, like just like the ones you're pointing at in northern Wisconsin, these like little, like the Nelligan, New Bar, these like small ones. I've I've heard a lot of people that go fish northern Wisconsin often will tell you that you'd be shocked by what you could find in these lakes. Shocked.
Yeah. Especially if I can get some creek. I got some creeks flowing into this one. We got a bunch of rivers, kind of like Jake was saying, they're dammed up. There's reservoirs and lakes attached to those. Like, dude, look at this.
Like the flowages are really interesting because much like up in Indiana, you guys have probably saw some of those while you're up there. Like below some of those areas where the water pulls up, you'll get a mix of largemouth and smallmouth, especially like, you know, that actually offers you a really interesting strategy because when the smallmouth bite dies off later in the day, you can go flip frogs for largemouth and punch and stuff like that.
Get some variety in there for sure.
I don't know that largemouth will win, but you never know.
Yeah, it has before, hasn't it? I mean, big bass has been.
Well, I mean, up here, the problem is like if you were in Michigan, I'd say, yeah, you could have a chance. But Wisconsin, like largemouth up there, they kind of hit like a ceiling. You know, it's like if you caught 520s, yeah, you'd be in business. But you're more likely to catch like a bunch of 18s and 19s that are really fat.
Sure.
That sounds great.
All of that sounds good.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about the weather up there. Paul, I don't know. You have one of the better weather apps.
Yeah. Let's take a look. I haven't looked that far yet.
Do you use AccuWeather? Which one do you use?
Oh, God, no.
Well, all right. I meant which one do you use? Okay. Don't use AccuWeather, apparently.
I don't. I'm not a fan. I used to use Weather Bug. That was a pretty good one. But it's not nearly as good as this one. It's just my opinion. Weather Underground is what I use.
It looks like it's going to be like mid 70s all week. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's hoodie weather in the morning.
I'm seeing 75, 76 as a high for Friday, Saturday. No rain, partly cloudy at best, or at worst, I guess I should say. Pretty good looking weather. Wind at 7 or 6, like 6 or 7 miles an hour. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, this could be really
Don't jinx it, people.
It's going to get up to 80. It does look like 6-7 miles an hour. Saturday looks beautiful. Yeah, 75.
Right?
Honestly, Friday is a banger, dude. Friday's gonna be great. They're calling out the wind high is 8 miles an hour. It is changing throughout the day, but not throughout the day, not till nighttime. It stays steady all day. So anywhere from 5 to 6, and then Saturday should be steady 7 all day, which is light. If you're there on Thursday, same thing, little bit windier, up to 8, 9, but 75, 76 all day, partly cloudy, partly sunny, whatever, however you want to look at it. Dude, that's better than I'm looking at for salmon fishing this weekend. Holy crap.
Which might be perfect for salmon fishing.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
some
a little
good times
rain
with
stirs them up a bit. So we'll see.
Yeah,
but yeah, that looks awesome. I think we just go to Elbow Lake, call it a day.
All right. I don't know what it is.
I think we're done.
I
think we're good.
Is it?
Yeah, so when I'm looking for
Where's
spots,
Elbow Lake?
It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Okay. I think when I look at this huge map, right, as you look at this, you got to put your strategy cap on. So more than likely, there will be some guys, probably just locals, that hit the bay. Or really experienced fishermen with good electronics. They'll go hit the bay, and that's legit. I mean,
or Naquah Bay, the biggest lake in this area. People call
and that's and then you got to look at like, okay, there are like 3 or 4 different river systems. Where are most people likely to be? So I think you key in on, okay, where are the dams? Where is the fishable water? What runs are like reasonable for these more hardcore anglers to make? Like, who's gonna put a motor up, blow a battery, going 2 or 3 miles from put in one, where they think no one else is going to go. And then you kind of create, this is exactly what we used to kind of do for fantasy football. You kind of be like, okay, what's everybody going to do? There's like 3 to 5 options. Most people are going to fall into one of those buckets. Okay, they're all going to do that. Do any of those sound so good to me that I need to do some version of those approaches? And that may happen. You may look at one of these and be like, I know I can fish this Naquah Bay. Like, it's a big lake. I'm looking at the depth chart. This is my kind of lake. Can't avoid it. All right, perfect. Because there is a runoff too, I think, on this one. Yeah, the Prestigo goes through it. So maybe you look at that and you go, I'm going to do both. And I'm just going to hammer this lake. I'm going to pre-fish it. I'm going to fish the main day. And then if Saturday, when I have the whole day, if it's great, I'll fish the lake. If it sucks, I'll hit the river. Done. And that may be the case. What you typically tend to do is say, okay, where do I think the fish are going to be? What would my plan be? If it falls in one of those 5, I'm going to choose between that. And I'm going to come up with a plan B and C.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look at where is no one else going to go? Where is no one else willing to make a run? And do I have a shot at fishing some fish that no one else is going to be casted at this time? And I mean, you kind of got to go some combination of those 2 routes. Fisher style, fish the type of water you know really well, and then try and be where a lot of people are not going to be.
Yeah. It's always tough to tell that before you actually get there. And I think something we always relearn when we get to the spot is like, go check a few of your spots that you've pinned. When we went to Indiana and did that event, as soon as I got there, I checked like 5 of my spots and I was like, these all suck. These are terrible.
Unfishable.
I do not want to try to fish here. And then we ended up picking 5 new spots. And then we tried those. The first one we hit also was unfishable, but we tried anyways. Didn't have time to switch, so we just had to stick it out because we planned to float.
That was great.
Yeah, we basically goose egged the first day. Next day, we went and hit a few other spots. Almost goose egged again, but it came out at the end of the day. It came down to the end. We went what?
To the little honey hole lakes, didn't you?
We did. We hit 3 lakes that last day, I think. Pretty sure.
I thought that was a really cool event. It's just a shame to me that it was just conditions weren't ideal,
Yeah, the rivers were tough. They're all blown out, just super high.
We fished people's backyards.
We were in people's backyards trespassing, not on purpose. We got just drafted into there.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I mean, we might pick a few spots, go check them out. But this time of year, like I assume it's going to be a little better than what we dealt with Indiana. But again, it's always worth going out and checking. For me, at a glance, I don't know about you, Paul, but I'm really digging
100%.
The Naqua Bay with the Peshtigo flowing through there.
Not interested in that.
That looks
the reason I say that is you and I both know that getting into a big lake that you've never been to in a strange area, that is essentially that's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. Like, unless you're a big water kind of specialist or you have experience on a lake like that.
Yeah.
I mean, how long does it take you to learn a lake? Like a big lake? I mean, it takes, you can't
5 to 6 years.
You can't just like fly. It takes 2 or 3 years to be like, I'm dialed on this. Like I go catch, I go catch a bag every day I go out.
I got to go to the Piggly Wiggly over there.
And if that lake ends up just being a big basin where it's all electronics based, we're going to be pissed.
Sure.
So I worry about that. I don't love that.
The north end of that Naqua Bay looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just because it's like on the little river that flows into it.
I love that part of it. That's what would draw me to it, is knowing that there's an inflow and outflow. That's this is basically a floodplain. Like I love that.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different areas that flow in.
That looks like a nice summer spot. That's probably what it looks like.
Like that area there. That's the one that just looks interesting. That actually reminds me of Michigan right there, where it's like you're going through areas where you're just like surrounded by like plains and grass. It's not like it's like you're going through a field almost. But
there's a lot of like mill ponds, reservoirs, runoffs. Houghton Lake, Higgins Lake in Michigan have a lot of that.
Well, it's just sandy for as long as you can look.
Yeah, but I mean, if you get off the lake, right? Like there's all those small lakes next to it, and then there's a bunch of those floodplains and runoffs that are also like just blown out rivers, like in a field, basically. But they're pretty fun. Those are fun spots to fish. I don't fish Houghton or Higgins personally, unless I had a boat, but all of the waters around it are actually really cool. So for a kayaker,
So here's a couple things I would call out. If you're going to fish a river, you got to know which direction the river's flowing. I know it sounds dumb, but like it is the biggest thing that you'll forget to do. And you'll be like, oh, I assumed it went north to south.
It's a problem.
It's a river gravity, right?
Yep.
No, dude, No.
Think
We
about
set up a
planning a
shuttle one
planning a
time.
float.
And it was the wrong direction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I've done it so many times.
Every
I
time I
can't tell
go.
you.
I'm like, bro, how did you? I thought you said you knew this river. And he's like, oh, I just looked at it on the map. And I'm like, this flows north.
Look, I can't fault anyone for making that mistake. I have done it myself, and I will do it again. It's silly, but figure it out. And honestly, it's not easy to figure out. I know that sounds also dumb,
Yeah.
but like you have to like sleuth a little bit to figure it out from a distance. So that's one thing, is be aware of that. Two, you really need to look for obstructions. So like
And
if you're
dams.
zooming in on one of these rivers, Jeff, there's actually like a rapids tubing area.
Yeah,
But
I'll
like,
go to that. I know what you're talking about. Hang on.
you
That's
got
gonna
that
be my
purple
spot
thing
right
right
there.
there. Zoom in. So when you look at a little bit south, just a hair south.
Where the rapids start.
Yeah, just a little bit south of there. Keep going. Yeah, like if you're, what we're seeing on the photo here is this river, and when you zoom in, you're
It's
gonna
gonna be
see like
rough.
a ton of churned up water, and this is like a satellite photo, so you can really see what's happening. Like that's something you may not want to deal with. It's also very it could. I don't want to say this. It's more difficult. It's more difficult to fish water.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not saying it's
definitely.
unfishable, but like this could mean like a third of your stretch. You won't get to cast at this very much, if at all, depending on your abilities and
you're
your
going to be
risk tolerance.
trying to stay alive.
You're going to be trying to stay alive. So
that's it.
So that's another thing. The other thing I would say is dams.
Yep. There's a lot of them.
Dams hold a lot of fish. But dams also get in your way. So if you have a 15-mile float planned and there's 3 dams, you may not make it past one of those. Not every dam has a portage. So be really cognizant of, this is a water treatment plant at the front of this thing.
You're not going to get portage. You're going to have to
right over that edge.
You got to go over here.
And so you got to like drop a truck. You got to figure something out. So obstructions are really important. And it's mostly going to be your dams, your portages, and then your rapids. Like those are a big thing to look out for. They'll ruin your whole day.
I would definitely check flows too.
Oh, sure.
I don't think it's going to matter for this, but
do you want me to pull up a USGS just to show?
Yeah, you should call that out. That's river levels and flowage.
This river, both of these rivers have pretty high flow, not like a dangerous level, but it's just consistent, and it's because of the dams, and it's just it'll eat your battery up. That's something to really consider. Like motor choice, like I really want to take the new e-propulsion motor, right? Because I think
I do too.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking about it. I asked Jeff. I was like, "Hey, any chance we're gonna get those rechargers by?"
Yeah, it doesn't.
I know.
Tomorrow.
It won't last.
I don't think I can run this here.
You could run it Friday because it's a short day, but like on Saturday, you're gonna struggle, man.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing. I was gonna go grab it, and I might still go rig it out just to test it, but then I'm gonna have to go back to my NK 180 because it'll go further.
Dude, I think the 300 is the play in these rivers personally. But
I mean, it would be, but I can't balance out my Shoaly enough with it. I haven't carved out the front hatch, so.
Okay.
If I had the front hatch carved out, I would do that, but I don't.
Like,
and like
you have to get that battery up there to run the 300.
Yep. Yeah. And Paul could throw the 300 on his RVR, but then he has to have that giant 36-volt battery up front. I mean, he could pull that off. But yeah, I would have to go get the Shoaly and cut it open in the next week, which I could do. And
so I ran the 300 on the Shoaly a lot, obviously, but I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, but I'm also like a little stupid. Like,
well,
it's a lot of motor for that.
Do you do the low seat position or the high seat?
No, high seat.
You do the high seat position.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I had my Shoaly like really, really fine tuned though. Like it was really dialed in, and it took me a long time to get to that point. And the 300 is a lot of motor. That's what I always tell people. Like, yeah, you need it, but it's a lot of motor. It's like one of those motors where you can't steer over 50%.
Yeah, no, exactly. You do not want to steer over 50%, especially if you're going up into that current. Like that's where it gets a little squirrely. And when I have my low pro battery under my seat, it sits too high, right? And then I'm hitting those that current. If you hit any sort of rough water whatsoever, I feel like I'm going to flip. So it's not very comfortable for me. But yeah, if you carve out the front hatch, that balances out the weight a lot better. That's definitely the way to go.
The 180 is totally fine for this, for people watching. Like,
I think so.
Do not need a 300. Like I'm just like, if you're trying to go as far as possible, the most efficient.
If you're a runner, Yeah, 100. Yeah,
300 is going to give you your efficiency, and also it just makes you take the big battery.
And you can get there faster. It's a time trial, man. Like everything's 4
But it's
times
also
in
more of a
time.
pain in the ass. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like when I would go back to the 180, I'm like, man, this is nice.
It's so light. It's so easy.
It's such a 50-50 because
Yeah.
I've had both. I've fished behind and with both. And like the 180 is so light and maneuverable, and it is really efficient. It's dumb efficient. If you go to 70% and you never touch it, you can't kill the battery. You just can't. It's super great.
Well, eventually.
And you still get like, 3.5 to 4.5 miles an hour, up to 5, depending on what kayak you're on. But for a couple $100, and obviously the weight and the battery cost, but the battery cost ends up not being as big of a deal if you go non-Newport, non-low pro.
Yeah, if you
so
do
it's not that bad.
36.
It's a couple $100 difference. We're talking about like for $500 extra and a couple pounds, you can have the 300, and the 300 is so much faster, and it is more efficient than the 180, which is nuts.
Yep. So all right,
go over, if you don't mind, real quick. Go over to I have my screen sharing right now.
Okay. You want me to
pop off? I can show you the USGS and what that looks like.
All right.
Is it not?
Do that. Here we go.
Well, I'll stop screen. I'll do it again. Hold on. Do you have to make it pop up? I'm presenting. There it is.
Wow.
Thank you. So
for those listening, we are looking at the USGS. There we go, right there. So Paul's pulling this up. If you watch the video, you can see it.
So you've got all you have to do is just, and you can do this at any point with any search engine. Just Grand River at Grand Rapids. I just went to Grand River, and I said flow chart. That's it. Type in whatever your river is, the state, if it's important, if it's like a generic name, and then flow chart. It'll break. The first thing that comes up is the USGS. That's the and when you click, this is what it'll look like. And what it's going to show you is you got 3 time horizons that you can pick: 7 days, 30 days, or 1 year. This is a week. I'll go to 30. I always go 30. 30 is good because it sets the stage. If you've been to this river in the last, month, 2 months, whatever, you can go up to a year. Then like, oh, last year at this time I was here. That's what it felt like, and now you can compare the data. So if you're like, oh, I was here at the end of July. Okay, here's like the 29th. Okay, well, wow, it's higher than it was back then, right? So the date range is super important. You go up to a year. Then a couple other things to look at. The scale over here is automatic. So it's 1 to 2 feet. That's not very.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of variance.
Not very. It looks like a lot's going on.
It looks insane, but this is a 6-inch difference. Like this right here is a foot. I mean, and a foot is a lot
of difference.
That's a 50% jump. So it's like
it is. Yes, it rained, right?
Yes.
And then if you scroll down, you get even more data. So here, when you click on the legend, it'll kind of explain like, okay, what's super bad? Okay, anything above 12, right? These are the flood stages in feet is what it's giving you. And then your operational limits, like, you can't even get into this place when it's 23 feet, or 0.2 is what they're telling you, right? So that gives you like the high low, like where does this fall? It gives you some context. And then when you get details, it'll just tell you exactly what's going on. So like the latest value, it's at 2 feet right now, and that was on the 19th, taken to 7 p.m. And then if you look at the statistics, there's nothing there right now, but it will tell you the gauge. So if I go back to 7 days, if I was, let's pretend this was a river in Wisconsin, I'd go, oh man, this is like a steady fall. This tells me it's like summertime right now. It's all the way up to, at most, 2.7 inches is like the max, 2.8, something like that. It got to yesterday, right before it rained, it got all the way down to 1.4. That's heinously low. That's crazy.
That'd be great for the e-propulsion motor.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Right. But then if it rains,
everybody.
it just rains, and now you're on the same ticking clock. And if you're looking forward for the week and you see this kind of thing, look out and see if there's rain, right? We're going to go in a week. So I could project that this will go down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This could go down as much as a foot within a week. It's basically 1 foot a week. And now you can start to forecast what this will look like in the future, and what it was based on what it was in the past. So that's how I use these. And you kind of get a good vibe for your river if you do this a couple times. Check it, even if you don't really care that much, you're going to go anyways. Just check it so you have some context, and you can be like, oh, it was at 3 feet. This is what that felt like, And then this will also give you things like the flow, like the actual amount of water moving and how fast it is. There are a lot of other things that you can look at as well. I've been doing this for years.
So like right now, it looks like the Menominee is at 1,300 CFS and 9.7 feet. So like I was saying, this is a river with a lot of volume.
9.7 is crazy.
But keep in mind that that's typical, like because of the way they stagger the water up there.
Yes.
So that's why I was saying, like, there is substantial flows that will eat through your batteries. Now, there's also smaller rivers. Like you go to some of the smaller ones if you don't want to fish stuff like that. But there's a lot of water in these rivers. It's kind of like
wide
though, right?
Like Mississippi type water
approaching.
Yeah.
I
would say it's like Mississippi. Like I think Josh says it's like a 1B and a 1A, and then you've got like Susky. It's kind of all the same. Because if you look at Susky, like sometimes the Susky you'll be like, what the heck? 6,000 CFS, and it's like, well, yeah, it's also like a mile wide.
Yeah. But underneath, like somebody just typed it, they're like Wisconsin rivers, slow and wide. Those are tricky. When you talk about burning out a battery, not hard to do. That top coat, what you're seeing on top is not indicative of what you experience when you step into a river like that. If you step into a river like that and you start getting pushed immediately and you're like, this has been happening this whole time, it's not indicative of the amount of power that's involved in one of these things. I will say, for me, Jeff, if we were picking spots, I would want to pick like maybe 3 lakes that we think are cool. Maybe 4, maybe 2 big ones and 2 tiny ones. I really want to spend some time on a small lake if we can, even if it's just a half day to check one out. I think that fits our fishing style really well, and I think that it would be potential for us to get on a pattern pretty quickly and be happy. And if there's nothing there and it doesn't work out, we can go to something bigger, knowing that there's a bunch of options there. That could be our backup, or the full day, right? The half day could be the small lake. The full day could be our number one big spot where we know we could be alone at any point.
What's awesome about Wisconsin is there's a ton of lakes and nobody at them.
That's what honestly, that my dream is to catch big lake smallmouth. Like that's actually what I want to do when we're up.
Well, we just got to find the right lake for them. So see where they're actually stocked on those lakes where they're being caught. Whenever the river's coming through them, that's a good sign. But I was looking at Peshtigo here as well, which I have pulled up on the flow.
That one has 400 average CFS on the lower end. So
that's holy crap.
That's a huge drop, right? Like you're going from like I think the Peshtigo is generally a smaller river.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot of monitoring locations, so most of this is closer to the Great Lake. Yeah. I mean, towards Peshtigo itself, which is like right by the bay. So this one is showing on 30 days. I mean, not a crazy amount of variance, but
I mean, that's probably just them releasing water too.
Right, because there are a lot of dams on this one as well. Yeah, I mean, I see stuff like this. I'm like, oh, Michigan River. It looks very, very familiar.
Yeah, I would say it is very similar to the one you came to in season 1 because, like, the Muskegon River is like it's very much the same as
hairy, and it just winds. Yeah.
Yep.
Or like the Grand River, even I feel like is very windy and has.
They're all super. Yeah, they're curlicue for sure.
Yeah, that's where a river mile is like 10 miles.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why it's like, what do you look for in a northern river? I was like, well, not
I
a
look
bit.
for how many S's there are.
Yeah, it's like there's not because like on an Ozark River, right? Like let's say you're going to an Ozark River in the winter or like the early spring. It's like, where are you going to target? Well, there's a cool little S curve right here. Why don't we start there?
Yeah.
Up north, it's like, nah.
That's all it is, man. We got to see the bottom. If they're not in a hole, a drop off, or a feeding inlet, I don't know where they are.
Yeah. Well, I think the year will be unlocked because I think this time of year they're everywhere.
Yeah, I think
they're going to be eaten. And
it's so prime time.
A really cool fact about this river is that I think it's the number one smallmouth river in the country where the smallmouth diet during the summer is terrestrials. So
What?
they feed on bugs.
Yeah, what? Huh. Your fly guy's gonna be pretty hyped there. Hey, guess what?
I got an evergreen gizmo with their name on it.
Yeah,
I
I got
do.
on that.
So, dude, it's so funny.
I'm torn, dude. I'm torn between the river and the lake on this trip. It's like
See,
really
I'm not.
hard.
That's why I say, why don't we think about let's allocate 2 small lakes for Friday, and then a backup option we should have. But the main plan should be some river, some lake, maybe.
Sure.
On Saturday. The other thing, so I immediately gravitated to how I would fish here, and the first spot I actually picked was if you zoom in on the Peshtigo, when I don't know whether it's coming in or going out, but where it empties into Green Bay.
Oh, you went straight to the bay.
I went
You
straight
just
to
wanted
the
to go
bay.
live scope in the bay.
No, river, the bay.
No,
river.
No.
I want the river near the bay. Like
There's
in
just
this whole
so
area,
much river there. There's no residential.
It's also a state park.
Yep.
Which, for me, it's just better.
That's pristine wildlife.
Yeah, that's where I want to
there.
be. That's where I would rather be. So I thought this was an interesting, and it's so I don't know which way the river's flowing. If it's coming in there, that has got to be some serious water.
Well, I've got a hunch that it flows into the Great Lakes. It's just a hunch.
Right.
This is a little guess.
That was my guess as well.
I'm just saying, you never know.
You never know until you get there. And like one of the first things I always do when I pick a river spot, especially with all the wines that we have in Michigan, I can think I know what direction it is, but when I get to the launch, it depends on what way the launch is like facing. So just grab my phone, put the compass on, and look the direction of the flowing water. Yeah. I'm like, all right, that way is where we need to go drop the truck.
Yeah.
That little delta section does look interesting though.
Isn't it crazy?
It looks really sandy though. That's the only thing that would bother me a little bit, but
Agreed.
There's so much water.
Once you get out of that first, like, I don't know, what is that, like a mile?
I was just saying that I think that first mile, that's so if it's rocky, that'd be awesome. But it's gonna be so shallow. I think this like squiggly area by Arlo's or whatever, or that Top Dog Park, that I guess maybe in between the Block, Oxbow, State Nature area and the city, that looks sweet.
Urban bass fishing.
This looks so cool. Like this right here, I'm looking at one of these S curves, and it's got
Why don't you share your screen so we see what you're talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, guy? Talk about. Are you looking at Peshtigo?
This spot right here. I'm making an attempt to share. There we go.
I got you.
This right here.
Yeah.
This whole
right into the state
park. All this. All that, like this type of stuff. This is the most Michigan smallmouth. Like
it looks pretty Michigan.
Bam. At that whole outside area, gonna be nuts.
Actually, getting tree overhangs is pretty insane. You don't get those often, and
we're the only ones that get those.
Yeah.
Look at this. This right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's so like.
And
look at all of it. There's a ton of it. So like in between from here, all the way up to like in here. I don't know. That's what caught my eye because I'm thinking.
Yeah. So it flows southeast, which means if you come from town, you're flowing into the Great Lakes
this way. Yeah,
you'd be going that way.
Yeah,
for the folks at home. It's definitely an interesting spot. I mean, that's the challenge with all of these types of tournaments is like you look at this area. Like if Paul zooms out, there's so much water in that area. So much. There's just dozens and dozens and dozens of lakes. There's tons of river spots.
This is winter?
That's winter, brother. I love Google Maps. You get the seasonal split, baby. You see those spots where it's like summer and then winter, and you're like, oh my gosh,
because the North's winter is so long. Yeah. They can't. It's not in the budget to update.
It's the forever winter, brother.
Like this right here.
Look, that's gonna be good if you can get to it. Where do you even get to it? I'm walking.
This guy's house.
I'm knocking on doors right there. No, it's gotta be public water.
Go this way.
Yeah.
Shazam!
There you're there.
And then you go right in here, go down here.
and then you're there.
Bam!
This is
Mud
not
Lake.
obviously Mud Lake.
Then after that,
See, that lake has access. Those other two definitely don't.
So yeah, like this guy right here.
Yep.
This guy right here. Just
fully accessible.
Let's just flip all the docks.
Let's just go hit the pads in the northern corner there. I mean, your options are endless. Look at all that. Your options are endless.
This
so
is a great lake. This lake is cool as hell.
Yeah, it is really cool. There's also further to the west. It's near Klondike, like all around where your White Potato Lake is, right? So like White Potato Lake, but then if you go south of White Potato Lake, there are a bunch of little lakes like Kelly.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
These are also like home-based lakes, right? That's a Michigan lake.
Morro Bay. Anybody want to eat some?
Yes, please. No.
Yeah, right.
But you got Underwood Lake. I mean, Rice Bay. Like all these different, like that little area.
This one's got a Holiday Inn. If they're on docks, this is where we're coming, bro.
Oh, dude.
If they're on docks, this is where we're coming. There's more docks right here than there is in my entire town.
Dude, look to the right of that, to the east. You got First Lake, Second Lake. Just those two tiny ones right there. Right there.
All right.
It's just First Lake, Second Lake. The naming convention. It's on fire. Just one dude lives.
There's always a big something lake and a small something lake.
Yep. That's just
it's like a dried up riverbed.
Yeah, that is a dried up riverbed. A little mill pond or something.
Oh, dude, look at that. That's wild, actually. What do you mean? Like
that's land, brother.
That's
with a little moat around it. All right. That's enough about the map stuff. So let's back out. Let's talk about that's out of bounds, brother.
How did we go there? Bro, you know what? Not this lake.
If you cast from the line, does it count?
It absolutely does count as illegal.
You just cast it right up over them there mountains. You'd be fine. What is this river down here? Oh, the Aconto. Yeah, that could be a good option too. We'll have to.
But this one's a little wild, bro. Look at this.
Yeah, dude. You got a wide variety of fishing going on there.
Look at this. This is crazy.
I want to hit some rapids.
I don't.
Why?
And then you come up here to the flowage.
Look. Yeah. Looks good. Let's go there. All right.
So
we got a lot of work to do to figure out where we're actually going. But we got some good ideas, and hopefully this is helpful for you guys as you're looking for your spots as well. But yeah, let's move on to what we're actually taking. So Jake, I'm going to start with you. Let's start with the kayaks. You rolling the Shoaly this round? You rolling the Old Town Sportsman 120 Pro? What are you going with?
I'll probably bring the Pro just because there is so much flow that I'm not worried about getting super skinny. I'll probably bring the 300. Like, I'll probably bring the e-propulsion as well if I do any like lakes or stuff. But I'm actually thinking about bringing the Minn Kota just in case I decide to go to a lake.
Yeah.
Which one do you have? The Tarova?
Yes.
How awesome is that with just the Tarova and the rudder?
It's pretty legit. It does suck that I had to take my rudder off to put the stern motor on.
That's the thing that really, that's one of my,
Now you got a dual motor situation on an Old Town. Never my favorite. I prefer just the.
I have one of those old drop-in motors from they used to make for Torqeedo that actually could technically work, and I haven't tried it yet. So it's basically on a drum, and it drops into the mount, and it's a rudder that you can put your foot steering on.
Weird.
Oh, nice. That's interesting. Yeah. What do you think, Paul? I mean, we're thinking we're hitting lakes. I mean,
this situation is screaming unlimited to me.
That's a good choice.
For the balance, because then you could also hit the river.
And then you can still hit the river. You'll be fine.
Like, dude, there's so much flow that like you could take a PA 17 probably.
But the new canoes are really trim. They're just super stable and they're good in the lake. They're okay in a river, but they're great in a lake. So it's like they do everything pretty well. And you can run them with a ton of stuff or not. So if you're like, strip it out, get it out of here, it's no big deal and you're going to be fine. Then if you go the other route and you're like, I want a 300, I want the big battery, and I'm going to take on this monster lake because it's huge, go. Like, it's all the same. To me, this is screaming unlimited because you don't know where you're going to want to go. At least right now, this second. You can always go bona fide shoaly because those two kayaks you could do you're fine in a lake. I fish lakes on them all the time. No big deal. So, and then you're so much better in the river. You're just way better off. And then you're light and tight, don't have a bunch of stuff. So it's a good option. But if it's me, I'm picking the U10.
So you want to go U10 unlimited?
Or probably. Yeah, probably. Sportsman? That's probably what I would do. I'll take the Sportsman too. That's fine. It's
two. Are we bringing 2 trailers?
Well, no. If you're gonna take the U10 or the unlimited or whatever, but I
was just thinking like if you bring the Old Town, maybe we bring the UMax in the Old Town. If we're hitting lakes, most of it.
Well, then that's different. That's different if we're hitting lakes. Then I'm gonna pick a different boat. I'm taking the Old Town all day.
Yeah, But I'm talking for our trip, right? Like you're talking about hitting a lot of lakes. So
I would.
I think it makes sense to bring that. I think the UMax would be fine in most of these rivers.
What about you think they'd be fine in the river? I mean, if you got space, you're good. As long as you have space.
I mean, Tyler takes his UMax in the river. I mean, he had it on the Susky, so.
Yeah, dude. You just pop off the bow mount and you'll be fine. But like, especially in the like the deeper, wider parts of that, maybe not the tubing rapids section, but like
that's the only thing.
Survive it.
That's the only thing I worry about. That's all.
As long as
I was really surprised how well the Sportsman Pro paddles. I was expecting it to be absolutely just like real stiff.
I was pretty surprised too.
So that hull, the bottom of it, they're not changing anything. It's all the same. The bottom of that hull has always been the most. It's like. They got every single something out of 10 on every category they possibly could. Like everywhere they're 7 out of 10. If it's wavy water, 7 out of 10. If it's a river, 7 out of 10. If it's a lake, 7 out of 10. If it's flat water, 7 out of 10. If it's stability, 7 out of 10. Like they got 7 out of 10 everything.
I think the stability is massively improved on this over the PDL Pro though, which
absolutely
is nice
not a question.
So it's like 7.5 out of 10.
I'm just saying, like they somehow made a kayak hull, like just the bottom of it strictly.
That just does everything.
It does everything very well. It's not exceptionally great at any one thing, except for being good at everything. That's what it's the best at.
It's pretty comfortable. I honestly
super comfortable. Yeah,
I would probably give it like a 9 out of 10 on comfort because it's just there's just a lot more space. You finally have like an open deck, right?
Yeah.
Like you finally you just have space and you can stretch out, you can move around.
The seat being high is a huge deal too. I mean, there's a massive win. Just that whole area was a big W. I know there's a bunch of stuff that's kind of annoying, but it's great.
The seat reinforcement was a massive.
That changes in my opinion, it changed everything.
Yeah.
Not like
that's the big thing that people are going to overlook that until they get into it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree. Anyways, for me, just based on our plan, I want something that does both very well. So the Old Town's a great choice. The Unlimited would be a great choice. I'd probably walk away from a Shoaly or an RVR if we're thinking even 50% lakes. I think it's not worth it to have them. And then I'm probably going to bring at least, one of the Newports, right? A stern mount motor would be ideal for this situation. Whether it's small lake or river or whatever. And even big lake. If we are going to hit that huge lake or that state park area, the one in the northwest, then I'd probably bring a trolling motor.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So we actually, the Minn Kota Tarova Riptide just showed up.
Oh yeah,
I forgot that we were getting one.
Yeah.
So we have that. I also have another Humminbird Explorer 10. So
we have to put that on mine.
I think we got a dual screen on both.
Yeah,
you were going to selfishly say that. I was actually going to recommend it. You could dually the 10s would be sick.
That'd be dope. That would be a sick.
You
could take my Garmin. You could do the same thing.
We'll end up putting it on something else. I have nothing to put it on right now.
The Garmin actually would be a really strong choice for this river because it's deep.
The live scope or just in general?
The motor.
Oh, the Garmin motor. Yes,
because
I can
typically, I'm not a huge fan of, I go back and forth. Like, I really want to try that, and I'll really put it through the test. But I saw what has happened to people in skinny rivers with that motor, and I'm just like,
It pulls up so fast.
Yeah, but I mean,
and if it's that skinny,
you just hit the thing and then you got to
use
pull
it. Like, what are you going to use it for?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like to try it for myself to see whether or not, how
You
much.
should come hang out sometime, and then
Yeah,
you
dude.
could use it. we got you, dude. We'll set it up on the Old Town, see how it looks. Just don't tell Old Town. Oh no, we're live.
You just put a sticker over the Garmin logo and write Minn Kota.
That's like you
Minn Kota.
you have the Star Wars like droid head on the back of your kayak. Like, nah, it's a Minn Kota for sure.
Nah, it's
When
definitely.
we
You haven't
were,
heard of this Minn Kota?
when I
You
was
haven't
going-
seen the Minn Kota Deathstroke edition?
Rip Rova 5000? Like, bro.
The Rip
When I was
Rova?
filming
You
some
never
stuff
you didn't hear about that?
in the Old Town, I put black tape over the motor guide part because motor guide didn't exist anymore. So why does it matter? So like when I was just using it, it just looked like a generic trolling motor.
Perfection.
That's funny. Like I've been working on our website all week, but I was going through and I was like, oh, we have this review for the Motor Guide XI3. They can't even buy it if they look at this review. So
well, you could get it used.
It's a
You
great
can get
motor,
it.
dude.
It is a gray motor. It
I've
is.
got
It's
no
held up
link.
super well.
I sold mine for $850 with 2 remotes, and that was a steal. I think.
Whoa.
wow, yeah,
That's
it's pretty good. It's $8.99 for the non-GPS, but yeah, the 13.
Yeah, this is a
for
GPS.
the GPS one is you're saving $500 on. That's pretty crazy. That's a good deal. I think Paul, I would feel comfortable just bringing the UMax because it's already set up, and then I just have to throw it on the trailer. Like
word.
I could do that. So UMax and then the 120 Pro. So you and Jake will be twinsies. The 120
What color
Pro?
did you guys get?
Blue.
Blue. I was gonna say I think you got blue. Couldn't remember.
That's their standard sample color. I feel I've never gotten not.
I had a
blue.
blue PDL Pro, and I really didn't want to have the same color.
Yeah.
Right? Because I wanted it to be like, oh, Jake's out in the PDL Pro today. Oh, he's out in this one. But then like I keep seeing the blue, and I'm like, man, I just want blue. It just looks.
What did you get?
It's a good color.
I have the tan. The what do they call that? Dune.
Yeah.
It was good, but
Tan's pretty
Dune-
sweet.
Dune looks legit.
They
That was my
need a
favorite
high
color.
vis. I wish they had a high vis.
I
green.
told them. Sit there.
I wish they made orange.
This is Paul's favorite stand. I told you.
Well, you know what I told him to do?
Ryan,
I said,
what's happening here, brother?
what I said was, you know how they always do black swirl?
Yeah.
They need to leave it gray, the gunmetal gray. It's dark gray.
The swirl.
Leave it gray, and then swirl it with chartreuse, is what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll sit dark gray chartreuse with the
Oh.
swirl where it's like the accent color. Dude, that
I'll
would be,
I'll get behind that.
that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Kayak companies need to start doing mystery pours, where when you get
I
it,
agree.
it's like a Pokemon card. You open it up, and it's oh,
Yeah.
I got the,
No,
I
dude,
got.
I agree, honestly.
Ripping out
I
a
don't
fresh
think-
pack of kayak. Like, what are we
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
get? It's
Like,
it's
gotta
the
take the
red
edge
rock
off.
Crack a
sparkle.
pack.
Crack a yak. And then you have
Crack a
just
Yak.
the
There you go. That's what
sparkle.
it's called. Crack a yak.
I would,
Oh, man.
dude. That thing
I'm here
is
for it.
that'd be so cool.
It's like I
That
just
would
got I got the limited edition orange burnt
it's kinda-
orange.
That's how the purple is, right? Like everybody is constantly like, "Where'd you get the purple one? The purple unlimited." People will message us and be like, "Hey,
Constantly.
constant, like, where can I get
It
this?"
was
And
the
if not
same
that,
thing with
it's
the Sholey.
can I buy
Yeah, the
that?
purple Choli.
Purple Sholey.
Right,
was
'cause it was
awesome.
the-
They literally
was
made like
legit.
limited
Yeah.
ones, by the way.
Yeah, I got the last one that I've ever seen.
And they had that one for a while because
2.5 years.
Yep.
It was mid-season, 3 seasons ago. Yeah.
when I was up there, he had it, and I was talking to him. I was like, "Oh man, I didn't know you had one of these."
I
purples."
know. And I was like,
It's just sitting
yeah,
there
no
forever.
one else is getting that. That's mine.
which is
The,
now my kayak.
which is now, yeah, the one you're using.
That's
But,
mine.
yeah.
Here you go, Jeff.
I like to, I mean, I spent so much time in that thing. It was like testing it didn't really make any sense. I mean, I've been in it for so long. The RVR, I really was interested to test out for a season. So I'm happy we went that route, but I do miss the Sholey.
Trade next year. Done deal.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So should we talk a little bit about Blu-rays?
Yeah, I think we're at the point where we figured out what kayaks we're bringing. So this is actually a different KS for Paul and I. Usually we bring the Sholey RVR, like wherever.
It's just such a great time to fish a river.
But Yeah, and I mean, I'd be interested in putting the UMAX in a river anyways. I think the unlimited handles really well in rivers. I think people kind of discount it because for whatever reason it's 12 feet, I guess. I don't know. But it does really well in the river. Probably mostly because it doesn't paddle that well. But at the point where you need to paddle, if you're bringing a motor, you can just walk if you have to. And it's likely the same speed, if not faster. So I think the UMAX could be good. And then I've got the option for the bow mount and the stern mount. Right now, my unlimited is taken apart, so I'd rather not have to rebuild it if I don't.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing with taking the U10 is putting it back together.
It's not the end of the world, but it would take me a couple hours.
I keep telling people, like, paddability used to be a lot more important than it is now because everybody's putting a motor on there to where it's like, oh yeah, sure, it paddles well, but you're never paddling it. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, like the Shoalie. I mean, I paddle the Shoalie a decent amount, but it's because I take it to those choked out rivers, those shallow spots, because I know I can get through it, and I just pull the motor up and then do my thing. But yeah, for the most part, you can just, like in Indiana, we just had the motor down the whole time. I only paddled when I went into the woods. Like Paul and I went out to this field in the woods, and like the motor, I couldn't run. I was just hitting everything. Then I paddled.
I caught my only smallmouth in Indiana in the woods, and I'm like, "What are you doing in here, bro?"
That's how our trip started, dude. I had two. I had one in the woods and one in a drainage pipe that was in Mesquite Hill. There's just
sucked.
I
got so many diseases from mosquitoes. Holy
it's crap. A wonder you're still alive.
The cop that came to check my ID was like, was not having it. He was not interested in being out there.
Like,
I was alone. Like, I've been out for 15 minutes. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Yeah, he gets out, but you could, like, when his car pulled up, it was black and it silhouetted all the mosquitoes, and all I saw was brown. Just a curtain of life. It was insane.
It was one of the wildest events, mosquito-wise, I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, that's how it was at the Upper Mississippi last year when we went up there.
Surprise.
Yeah, Mississippi.
Somebody opened the door, and
oh no,
you fool!
You told me the story. Yeah,
it was maybe like we had the door open like maybe 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes.
That's 100 years in mosquito time.
And I shut the door. I'm like, hey, you guys can't leave the door open. You let mosquitoes in. Well, I turned the light on and look up, and the entire foyer is black with mosquitoes just clung to the ceiling. And so we went and got this old, like, 1960s vacuum. Like, I'm talking like
a Eureka.
It looks like an Oric. You know, remember the Oric?
Classic.
It was a Suzuki.
And we went up there.
Yamaha vacuum
I'm like, I'm not becoming mosquito fodder wisely.
Yeah, dude.
Just let them eat you. Let them eat your flesh.
Let them have it.
All right, so let's jump into rods, reels, lures. So now, I mean, if we're bringing the lake setups, like now you have room, because that's another thing that you obviously have to take into consideration when you're going to one of these events. You pick the body of water. You're like, okay, I'm fishing rivers. Well, then I want a kayak that's capable of doing rivers, or I'm fishing lakes, so I want a kayak that can do lakes. And then that specific kayak's going to restrict what you can actually take with you. If Paul and I were just taking the RVR and the Shoalie, we're probably downsizing our tackle. We're bringing 2 3,600 size boxes and terminal, and then plastics, right? And like, that's it. And that goes into a smaller crate, usually 13 by 13, 13 by 16 at most, because that's what will fit into those kayaks. And then, you don't have room for 6 rods usually. If we're on the river, well, if it's a wider, more open river, it's not as big a deal. You can probably go with 6 rods. But for us, when we hit those choked out river sections, it's 3 rods, 3 combos. Like, that's at most, and they just lay down in front of us. Jake, I know you're the same way. You hit those sections. Like, if you're going here, you might bring 4 or 5, but usually we're not going crazy with that. But now, if we know we're going to the lake and we got the room because we got the bigger kayaks, now you can bring potentially 6 combos.
You got to break out that frog rod if you're going to be on the lake.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm bringing a frog rod. Absolutely. I'm ready. I'll bring the budget frog rod and just put it down, man. The Royal Legend Patriot. That thing is a kind of a blast to fish with.
I guess technically, if you really think about it, when it comes to frog rods, like, you kind of
broomstick.
You just need something that's not going to break, and it works easily.
And it'll be fine, dude.
Are we talking crap about the Patriot combo?
I'm talking to love about
what is your Cast King reel of choice to go on the Patriot?
I have the Patriot combo, so it's the
you have the reel.
combination.
Yeah,
I didn't
so it's
even
the
know that
Patriot
I
reel.
knew they made the rod. I didn't know they made the
Yeah, dude,
reel.
Oh
it's
my god!
it's the Royal Legend reel, so it's not
Okay.
it's not crazy. It's their budget option, but it casts well enough with a frog. That's been my frog rod the entire.
I actually think the Royal
summer.
Legend
Isn't it like
is a good reel.
$150?
$150. Yeah.
$150, dude.
What'd you say, Jake?
I actually think the Royal Legend's a good reel for what it is.
It is. It is. You can get it on a solid budget, man. But
Pro's
and if you want to go bougie, you get the Royal Legend Pro, right?
The Pro is
But,
legit.
yeah. So I mean, honestly, that's probably gonna be my frog rod because I just don't worry about it either. I can do whatever I want to it.
That
It
is
holds up
such
great.
a slept on benefit. Somebody else mentioned that when we were chatting on Instagram with folks, and it was like, would you buy this one or this one? They were like, well, I like this one because
I don't
it's
have to
good.
care.
It works good, but like I could beat the crap out of it, and I don't really care. Like it, and honestly, that's like what Cash and Element I think makes them so great because they punch way above their price tag in terms of performance.
At $140,
it's crazy. But then on top of that, like it's $150. So like I'm not losing my mind over it, and it just feels like a tool as a workhorse. It's all it ever was, and I loved having that because I preferred it to like super nice stuff. Maybe it's just me that has this thing, but like it just felt like the perfect, like it's a tool and I'm going to use it like hard.
Yeah. I like to beat stuff up too. And I'm with you, Paul. Like, I don't know about you guys, but you get that nice setup or nice anything, like go beyond fishing, nice anything. You probably kind of tiptoe around it for a couple weeks, couple months. You're like, man, I don't want to scratch this. I don't want to break it. Like at this point with my Ram 1500, I am very mean to it. Like damaged it the other day with Paul. We definitely backed into a thing, we'll say.
We
you were in the truck with me, therefore you are participatory of the crime. Anyways, so you shut up. And that's what happens. Sometimes things get damaged, but I like it because it's not that expensive. I can beat the crap out of it. I don't have to care about it. My kids scratch it every day they walk in my garage. It's not a big deal. Oh, literally, like it doesn't matter. Just bikes fall on it constantly.
Does your Patriot combo, when you set the hook, is there like an eagle scream? Like
that is a sound that comes naturally with that combo.
I actually just recorded a video, and that was the video, and it is hilarious.
Dude, it's actually a pretty good combo. Anybody asks me, I'm like, dude, it's not bad. Like you'll be happy with it, and it's red, white, and blue, so it's kind of neat. But anyway, so rods, reels, combos. What are we actually bringing to the show? Definitely a frog combo. I think is a good call, Jake. So I'm bringing that. What else you guys thinking for the people?
You gotta have like a jig top water for sure. I gotta be ready with gotta have the buzzbait locked in.
Medium mod, medium fast. Okay. What else? What are you thinking, Jake?
Big bait rod.
The big bait rod. You throwing some glides this trip, you think?
Yeah, glides, maybe some subsurface big stuff, maybe like some mag draft / swags. I really like the swag. So
swag's
one of my favorite baits.
And you can get away at like a medium.
Not a word to lie. I love that thing.
Yeah.
I do throw that swag on a medium heavy quite a bit, like a 7.2 medium heavy. It does fine.
That's my go-to. I don't do the swim bait rod for those. Actually, I like it better on the medium heavy. As well as like some of the glides that like the Spro little guy. You're not throwing that on a swim bait stick. Just lighten up a little bit. But then I don't know. Are you bringing some of the big stuff? So you're bringing like an actual big swim bait rod?
I might. Yeah. I mean, I catch a lot of smallmouth on like the Metro.
So, yeah.
Like
thick glide.
Dude, they love it, especially shad eaters. But up there, like I don't know. Like I'm gonna try it, but like I have other things that I really want to try. So
yeah, and I think that's a big thing as we get into lures here too. Is like we've had Drew talk about on the show as well as many other people talk about it. You should have like your staple, your go-to lures, the ones that you have the most confidence with. Don't start there. Like you're packing tackle, you're like, okay, like I know I'm hitting rivers. For me, I'm like, I'm gonna grab a net rig. I'm gonna get a couple of my favorite colors, and I'm gonna get enough jigs that if I break off a few times, I'll be fine. and I'm starting there. And then I'm going to the next thing. I need to have a whopper plopper in loon or a spinning image in loon. In that like black and white color. I got to have some of those. I got to have some buzz baits, you know. I got to have some flukes. Definitely throwing some of those. And you're going to go weightless or weighted. I've got my munchies, right? I want to catch on a freaking munchie in a real spot, not just on my lake. But yeah, munchie for a fluke option, or obviously go with the Z-Man scented jerk shads, right? Always a great option. 5 or 7 inch version there. Bring some ZWG hooks with you. So maybe you got some belly weight options, or go weightless on that. You can throw a nose hook too. It'll just be surface bait in that case. Because I don't have any stunt mans. Do you have a stunt man, Jake?
No, I don't. And I wish I did, because this would be perfect for it.
I know. Same here. I was pretty sad.
I think they got delayed or something is what
they for sure did. Yeah, they're backed up. But we did get some of the kingpins in the 3 and 5 inch. And
they're so good, dude.
Yeah, dude, I was wacky rigging the 5-incher the other day, and just like nonstop.
I don't have any of the little ones, so
what?
if you've got a couple, you might just give me one. That's all I need. I just want one.
I have 3 of the little ones, and they're in is it the Gobi color? Yeah, I think it's Gobi color.
Like literally just 3 of them, or you have 3 packs?
I have 3. Period.
Oh,
not packs.
Never mind.
No, like we hit up Z-Man and we are like, hey, we want to test out some of your new stuff, and they were like, all right, cool. And what they did is they took like from the ICAST batch, because that's all they had.
Oh yeah.
They're low on samples, so I have a bunch with like
they were
2
like,
missing things.
They were like, well, where did you get these? Because I've got 2 packs. I have 3 packs of the 5-inch in just like green pumpkin, red flake, or whatever.
Oh, nice.
And they were like, well, how did you make the video on that already? I'm like, well, bro, I've had these since like January. And they're like, what? And I guess they just sent me some, and they didn't realize.
Z-Man had a leak. There was a whistleblower at Z-Man. Jeez, dude, that's wild.
Well, mine don't even have names on the front. I got them, and I was like, what are these? It's like, you better not have sent me zinkers.
Oh, they're zinkers? No, those are gone.
They're not.
Those are just
I have a running joke that the zinker is the worst plastic they've ever made.
It was pretty dang bad. Talk about it often. Paul, you gave me the side eye when I said wacky rigging the
5-inch one.
Yeah. What? Why? What I do?
Sounded funny.
Wacky rigging a 5-inch kingpin. What did I do? Explain.
Sounded funny.
All right, cool. I thought you were mad that I was wacky rigging without you.
Have you guys tried those new TRD finesse jigs? Because they're pretty legit too.
Yeah, I haven't caught on them yet. I rigged one up, cast about a little bit the other day. They're pretty fun, but we've been catching everything on those, so it's hard to switch.
I got a couple of those. I keep meaning to try. I had a run in a little bitty creek last week on the TRD jig, the finesse jig. And those things, oh my gosh, they're just like the perfect little bite size, but they have like a beefy hook, but it's not like a hook where you can't throw it on like lighter stuff, right? It's like a nice middle ground hook.
No, for sure. And it's designed perfectly for the finesse TRD. I mean, again, I rigged one up, definitely want to use it. And then, or the Gobies. The Great Lakes Finesse skirted jig, we were on St. Clair, and like it was the answer. It was the GOAT. Like it just could not be stopped.
As Jeff Little would say, an instant eat, like guaranteed eat. They eat it.
We found the pattern. Basically, like we went way out, like 2 miles out. We trolled a bunch. Nothing happened. We're like, all right, let's go in. Let's go to the shallow water. So we did. And we went up to fish the coastline, break walls, docks, all that. And we were like, oh, you just hit the outer pylon of these docks. And on the outer pylon, like right on it, there's always a fish. And it was basically every dock, it was clockwork. But they would only eat that jig. It was just nonstop. It was freaking ridiculous. It was a blast.
I wonder if it's the fall rate.
It could be. Oh, bro, you're bringing that guy?
You think this counts as a terrestrial?
No, I think it counts as a terrestrial. Get it out of here.
What brand is that?
That's Yozuri.
Yozuri.
Oh, that's right.
It's a 3DB craw. It's freaking so dumb. But I guarantee it catches. It's got that big freaking frog hook, too.
Huge.
Like, huge.
You should do a video that's like better than the Quakey question.
Look at that frog. Look how wide that frog hook is too. Like
It's not finesse at all.
No, it's so dumb. I
don't really understand.
Throw
It's
it
like
in
we
the
definitely didn't need this.
Put that in a giveaway. I'm just kidding. Don't even give that to our people. They don't deserve that. They deserve better.
I mean, what's worse, that? What's worse, that or the dragonfly that you Texas rigged?
Oh my gosh.
Moving on.
Probably dragonfly.
So what are we?
Honestly.
We're gonna bring some big baits. We're gonna bring some top water. Always gonna bring some finesse.
Yep. Moving baits. We're talking about paddle tails.
Yeah.
Swim
So
baits,
I've got a jig rod.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a spinning rod, medium light, 1 to 2, and then I've got a larger stick. Bring the 8-footer.
Yeah, for swim baits.
And then it's going to be between that's probably all I really need is the 3, but I can bring 4 easily, very comfortably. So I'll bring another one, and I would probably bring like the medium heavy fast.
Yeah, that's the sleeper bait right there.
Oh, dude, it's the Phantom Spider. There we go. All we need is actually that, Paul. So we have
packing done.
Medium heavy fast action. You're good. You can just run a Phantom Spider all day long.
Fishing for $5,000 with a spider.
Honestly,
we're pitching YouTube titles right now. All right. It doesn't.
I mean,
it's impossible.
That's a pretty good title, man. Especially if you
sells.
Win. The only way a tournament title sells is if you have the money in it. Like it has to be like big money tournament. Like it's so dumb. I can't just be like fighting for
$54,432 in prizes.
I can't be like dream fishing trip of a lifetime. No, like none of that. It's all a scam. It's all a scam.
I tried one that was like fishing a bucket list smallmouth river, and people are like, I don't care.
They don't care.
Go fight somebody.
You guys, all right, in chat, you guys tell me when you like look at fishing content, we watch like a fishing video, like what draws you to it? What is the draw? Is it the thumbnail? What do you want to see in the thumbnail? Like, what's the title you're looking for? Because I gotta tell you, it's like pulling teeth out here. Just trying, like, we want to make more fishing content. Every fishing content creator wants to create more fishing content because it means I get to go fishing, right? And I think it's cool. I want to show you what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's so hard to like play the YouTube game and not be too like cheesy, cringy about it. Like it sucks. It's one of the hardest things about YouTube.
I started doing what I call yap fishing, where I'm yapping about fishing while fishing, and it's a nice middle ground.
Yeah, I think that's where you have to live. Like those videos tend to do really. You can't just like go out. Only one person can go out there and Bob Ross it, and that's
John.
Nope, well, John can do it too.
John will make these titles that are like fishing a
fished.
I'm like, oh my God.
I fished a river, 15 billion views.
Oh, I finally got one of those.
I have to refill.
Dude, you know what the coolest thing to do with those hooks, by the way? So
it just reminds me of my jackhammer.
It's the same thing.
String of jackhammers I was losing, and then Paul loses 2 stay pin spy baits back to back.
So you know how they sell the replacement hooks for the back?
Yeah,
of that?
The BKK specialty
Look at
ones.
that. I don't know how you can see that. They fit perfectly.
Did you get a 7 mil?
With that little guy.
Yeah, so this is the Quakey Mini, and they fit perfectly on there. Dude, it's a match made in heaven. So if you're looking for a Quakey Mini hook, just buy the replacement stay pin hooks.
Nice.
And it's like a 5 or a 10 pack, right? I think it's like
it's a lot. It's more than you get in the Quakey pack. So
yeah, you get a lot of hooks in that stay pin replacement.
But if you're BFS fishing with these, and like you put like a little like grenade weight on, like just clip it on there and then just tie right to it, dude, giving out the juice right there.
The grenade weights are this Varivas, I think, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few brands now.
There's a bunch, but yeah. All right. So, anyways, we got a bunch of combos that we talked about. Let's get into the lures because I mean the fact that Paul and I are mostly hitting lakes, that opens up a lot. You saw he grabbed the stay pin spy bait. I think it's a really good call. I think I'm definitely bringing some urchins. I'm definitely bringing some drop shot stuff in case it gets tough. But that's like backup on backup. Not going crazy on that. And then Ned rigs, shaky heads. You can definitely go that route all day long. Nico rig, Texas rig. Like if you want
Spiders,
top of the list. Got to have a couple frogs, and like you can go crazy with this. So the other thing I would say is, as we're listing these things off, we tend to bring more than we need to because we test a lot of lures. So I've got just a batch of lures that, yes, I'm going to a tournament. Not to say that I don't take tournaments seriously, but I just know my performance and skill level is not where it needs to be to win a tournament. So I'm like, look, I'm in a new place. I'm checking out new bodies of water. I have no illusions of grandeur here. I'm not going to delude myself.
I'm calling it now. Top 10 finish coming.
as talk trash, get a top 10. I'm not superstitious. I don't really care about any of that stuff. But like, I'm there to have fun, number one. And then, obviously I want to catch a lot of fish. But like, don't let yourself go crazy on the tackle. We've done a few tournaments where like Paul and I get there and we end up like sitting down and saying, okay, we looked at some of the waters that we're going to go fish. We have an idea now. Let's dump a bunch of this tackle that we know we're not going to use. And like, we end up cutting our tackle by like 50% the night before we start. Right.
I hate using the same thing on the same trips when you're filming videos. You got to keep it fresh,
That's the other problem, right? Like you're playing that YouTube game, so you want to have some variety built into there. So you don't want to just be like, well, all I fish is koi keys, right? So which you could probably get away with because it's more clickable than a Texas rig green pumpkin worm, right?
My best fishing video, by the way, in the last month was about a stupid koi key. So clearly it sells.
Well, I think a lot of people hate watch it. A lot of people are like, yeah, that's awesome. And then a lot of people are like, what the heck? So
that's why I titled it the lure that ruined fishing, and people are like, "Well, what lure is that?"
There's what happened, bud. Yeah, Sudsy. Paul has left the chat. Seems
I was looking for a very specific bait.
All we hear is just rustling around,
like a rat, taking around.
Just a bunch of rust. Yeah, he's just like a rat.
Oh, I was looking for the imikamushi or whatever they are, the top bar little ant thing. I have two of those packed in a box, but I have the off-brand ones that we got.
Oh, that little 5-pack.
Still have those. Yes.
$2. Yeah.
And I want to find
I don't think that was an off-brand, dude. I think that was the.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't.
I think bug baits are going to be huge in this tournament. I think like the gizmo and so I've got my homemade bug bait, which is the Z-Man fuzzy bugs with a Nishini Lure Works drop shot hook rigged through it, and it's got the hook that it comes out at like an angle. So you thread it up in there, you tie directly to it. Yep. And the reason why I like that over the gizmo is because, for one, it's a little bit heavier, so you can launch it a little bit further, and it floats just the same. And it's like a quarter of the price because I can get, you get 5 in a pack.
Yep.
Versus
4 with the fuzzy baits, but yeah.
So four for like $7.99 versus one tiny gizmo for
17,
15, I think.
15, 17.
Yeah, they're expensive. What are they?
They're not free.
It ain't cheap, man, but it's a really cool lure, and it is also
it's very good.
So I mean, it holds up as long as you don't get bit off or lose it in a tree, but it ain't free. But it is good. It definitely catches a lot of fish. So I like that idea. We'll put a pin in it. Let's bring some bug baits and whatnots. But the thing I was getting at too is like always stick to your confidence lures. Like don't go crazy over the top. You don't need all those things. 5 colors of every plastic. You don't really need that. Get a couple of light colors, a couple of dark colors. Go with start with your confidence baits, and then whatever other room you have in your tackle box is what room you have to experiment with. So you say like, well, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll try that. If you got like half a tackle box to fill, cool, fill it with that. But then at the very least, you've got the stuff that you have faith in, the stuff that you'll feel more comfortable fishing, and start with those. Get a couple fish in the boat, get something on the board, and then try the crazy stuff. At least that's how I tend to approach it.
Use the thing that's going to make you make the most casts. Like if you have fun fishing something and you're actually fishing with it, that's especially in tournaments. If you don't want to throw a bug bait, but you're oh, they only eat bug baits, and you make 1/4 of the cast while you fiddle with a bug bait versus just slinging a chatterbait around. Probably should have just thrown the chatterbait.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if you're just gonna keep just casting, just keep casting. Like you're gonna get on it at some point, you know. And yeah, chatterbait's a good one, buzzbait's a good one. A lot of topwater baits can
Swag.
be a good option. Swag, running some of those paddle tails, swim baits.
For me, I would hammer spot 3 or 4 times instead of once.
Yeah,
knowing like
pick it apart.
If they're not eating this one, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like you roll up on that one down tree and like hit it from the outside, hit it from the inside, hit a risky cast in there towards the end, but pick it apart. Like spend some time on that.
Word.
But yeah, again, start with the confidence lures, build up from there. Don't go crazy. Don't overload your kayak.
Yeah.
Because
don't
then you
start with the spider, guys.
Don't start with the spider.
Unless you want to win.
Just throw it away. But like if you have too many options, you get that indecision mode kicking in. You're like, I don't even know what to do. Right. But if I have my 5 staple lures, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go back to these. And it should be like a top water, like shallow to mid water column, lower water column, bottom contact. Like if I have all of that, I can cover that spectrum of the water column. And if I'm not catching on those, well, I'll quit and go home.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good pre-fishing strategy too. Like if you're new to somewhere, you should use something you're confident with. Like when I'm starting a new area, I'm always using like the bone booyah spinnerbait. Because I know everything eats it.
Yeah, dude, I'm throwing a swag. I'm throwing a Ned for bottom contact. I'm throwing a spinning image for top water, especially on the river. Like just buzzbait, whatever. Like just go with what you know generally works for you or that you enjoy fishing, like Jake was saying, is a good call. And then you can experiment, go outside of your comfort zone, try some new things. That's like with us on some of our best fishing days. It starts out with the confidence lure. Usually it's like with Paul and I, whatever's tied on. Like we play this game, it's like it's tied on, and then that means it gets a free cast. So like no matter what, it's already on there. Like, oh, you get a cast, right? You can really get one more, right? And then eventually you're like, all right, I got to change things up. Fine, I'll switch it up. But it always gets a cast. So it starts with that confidence bait, and then if I get a couple fish on the boat, like I feel good about the day. I'm like, all right, I've done something productive. Now I feel like grabbing the thing that I don't think will work, and I'll try that. And that's how I caught my first glide bait fish. That's how like my first frog fish happened. I was just having a good day, and I was like, I've never figured out frogs. I guess I'll try this. And then it works because your confidence is already kind of up. You're feeling good. Like vibes are important when you're on the water if you want to be productive and catch more fish. Cool. All right. What else do you guys want to talk about on lures?
I got nothing, man. Got to bring a little bit of everything. I think it's going to be some kind of top water or finesse bait's my guess, but you know, we'll see what happens. And then just make sure you have enough rods to cover all the potentials. I think that's about it.
And if you're traveling for a tournament, you can always bring more if you have a place to stay where you can keep them safe. So you could bring you bring 8, but you know you're only putting 3 in your river kayak. At least when you get there, if you get a chance to pre-fish and you figure out, oh, it's a jig day, like just change it up, bring those 3 rods instead. So you can always do that too. That's typically what I think. I usually bring 8 on these tournaments, and then I fish 4. And if it's a really bad day, I'll fish 6. Like I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna know what's probably probably Friday. Saturday, I might downsize it to like 4 and just keep it simpler for myself that day. I'll probably downsize tackle Friday night too. I usually do. But the first day it's like, all right, I gotta pick this apart. I gotta figure it out. There's so much going on. And then like Paul and I always joke, we get out there and we fish 4 lures and we have 2 boxes of tackle.
Yep.
Hundreds of lures, 4 used. That's how it goes. But then the next day, you know, like, all right, cool.
And then it's the other 4.
Mm-hmm. And then it's the other 4. And then you fail, you lose, and then you go home. And that's fine. That is what fishing is all about. All right. That is pretty much what we wanted to cover for today, I think. Anything else you want to throw in there, Paul? I think we had camp gear on here, but get a place to stay, number one. But if you can't, there are tent camping spaces available. So again, we talked about at the top of the show. You guys can email. It's info.
We got about 5.
Got 5 spots. So 5 people can pick out a tent camping spot. info@kayakadventureseries.com. Send them an email and you can claim one of those spots. So maybe bring some good camping gear. I'll just throw this out there. We're going to be testing out a lot of camping gear. We got a chance to pick up a bunch of stuff from Grand Trunk. So we have like a sleeping bag hammock that's pretty cool. A couple of their little
I had that.
Yeah, dude, that thing's pretty sick. We have the synthetic one, not the down one, but it's nice. And then we got their Caddis HD chair. It's a little ultralight folding chair. We got their little 360 swivel seat, a bunch of different stuff. And then Paul's actually taken the Jet Boil and the Jet Kitchen, I'm calling it, on a little trip salmon fishing this weekend. So hopefully you'll see some short content on that. You got enough fuel for that?
I bought another canister, and then I have 2.5 of the big ones for the big one. I think I'm gonna lightly broil and then fry, pan fry some salmon while I'm up there.
Is it a guarantee that you're gonna get them?
I'm gonna get a salmon.
You got to be about it, man. Like,
no, I will catch salmon.
You can't be like,
and this is with kids going. This isn't even like full-time fishing. It's like 50% tops time fishing.
This is dad fishing.
I will be eating salmon.
Yeah. Oh, it's going down.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to a great spot for it.
Yeah.
Like it's happening. It's going down. But anyways, yeah. So do a little camp kitchen stuff. We'll get a chance to test that out. And then, yeah, I mean, that's all we got for the show. So if you guys have not, but are considering, register for Bronze Quest. Go to Wisconsin, Marinette, Wisconsin. It's a really cool spot. Lots of great water, lots of great people. And then in Clarksville, Tennessee, the next month, you could go meet OG DeBurley AAA Hype Man and maybe us and other people. But we will be there too.
Yeah.
That'll be the last one of the year, and it's going to be really cool, a lot of fun. So DeBurley here has been a member with us for 65 months. I think Chaz or someone pinned this for me, so thank you for pinning this so I didn't miss this. And DeBurley got mad at me. I'd be throwing the GLF spybait until it falls off. Not sure why. Just feels like a cheat code. Then the Koike bladed jig, buzz bait. These are all top of mind, buddy. Great minds think alike. I got
Koike in the river is. We need to be. That's a big time.
Yep.
Nice.
It could be a game changer on this trip. We'll see. A few crankbaits.
Are you going to throw in the OG Koikes?
I have it. We also have like 7 other ones.
Different versions.
I'm just going to bring a couple of like the medium-sized ones.
Absolutely like bringing one. Bring 2 for me because you got them all.
All right, so I'll bring 1. So 17 mils. Yeah, I'll bring all of them, Paul. We'll figure out.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer.
I got a bunch of
with you.
Yep, bunch of different colors, bunch of different sizes. Just in case. We'll throw 2 in his boat, 2 in my boat. We'll see what happens. I think it's gonna bang, but and then we just make everybody mad when we catch on them. But appreciate you, Burley, and good call outs on the tackle that you're bringing. All right, let's do some slow rolling thunder. As
I got 2.
Chaz is pulling this up. I clicked at the same time. All right, one more cast, please. Member for 12 months. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, our friend. It says, have fun, gents. It's going to be a blast. All right. Don't forget hoodies. Yes, 75-degree days, Wisconsin weather, 50-something degrees in the morning. Hoodies are coming out. Appreciate it, Ruben. All right, now slow rolling thunder. Let's get into it.
All right, I got 2. What state has the best fishing? Whether if it's from your perspective, even if you've never tried it, but you're like, oh, that state's got the best, or you've been there and you're like, no, this is the best.
It's purely on assumptions at this point. I haven't fished in enough states.
Yeah,
I would assume California or Texas are top of my list.
What about Florida?
Well, Florida is. I've sort of barely fished in Florida. It is amazing. It's California, Texas, Florida, right? Typically Mexico. Guadalupe, but not a state. But if you look at Florida, Texas, California, that's a tough pick. I love the variety of waters for all of them, but from what I know of,
no, for Florida and California,
I was thinking like the deltas, reservoirs, the
Everglades.
Canals, the canals and the Everglades over in Florida. So I'm probably between those 2. You guys split the difference for me. What do you think?
Dude, I'm not picking South. I'm picking Minnesota or Michigan.
I was about to say
Minnesota. Michigan is sleeper good because here's the thing. Michigan has big largemouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not crazy to catch a respectable northern strain largemouth out of Michigan. Not so much in Wisconsin, but Michigan, for whatever reason, you see nice ones come out of there all the time. Great smallmouth fishing, great other fishing. Like it's very diverse. So I feel like for me, I would want to go somewhere where the fishing is just consistently good across the board. It's like an Old Town kayak, right? It's like it's good at a lot of different things, but you know,
Michigan does have the type of biodiversity that Florida has. It's just fresh water. It's relegated to fresh
I don't
water.
know. Yeah, it almost feels like there's more, right? Because
Like,
like a
you have
lot
the
of
Great Lakes, you have Superior, you have a ton of rivers, like some of the coldest rivers in the country. And then you have limestone, sandstone, marl. Like you get all that too. It's and then you have the bays, Grand Traverse Bay. It's totally different fishing. It's really different. So there's a lot going on.
if I did have to pick like a southern state, I'd probably go Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I think. Yeah, because I mean Tennessee has good world-class smallmouth and largemouth.
Yep. Yeah, and it's beautiful too. Like those areas where you fish, they're just hilly, gorgeous.
It's tough. I feel like
what about
California
Maine?
and Florida are they're too one-dimensional. Maybe not California as much, but
no, man. Because I mean, you have saltwater fishing too, and
yeah,
saltwater
that's
fishing
true.
is
Like
world class
default
in
is like a
California
different.
and in Florida. So, like, I mean, I think because of the saltwater aspect, it's got to be a coastal, in my opinion. So, Florida, Texas would not make the list for me because it's all man-made lakes. I know it's pretty cool, but
They're not even from there, right? Like largemouth aren't even from there.
no,
man.
I'm not. I'm not.
They're just
I
put there
get
to
it.
get big.
I get it. It's cool, but I don't know if it's that good, and it's very one-dimensional. Then you go to like Florida, even South
Florida
Carolina.
does have shoal bass, right? So like that is.
They also have peacock bass. They've got. I mean, you can go shark fishing in the morning, and you know,
Tarpon fishing in the
exactly.
afternoon.
Like that's insane. Florida to me has got to be the very, 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 very top. I think like Jersey area is slept on big time, and I feel like Maine is wicked slept on because they have an unbelievable saltwater fishing culture. It's more harvest, but the fishing is great, and then you still get awesome ice fishing, and then you get all the kind of freshwater, the best in the Midwest.
Yeah. I do think ice fishing is a little underrated, having done it for the first time I say first time, but I've done it before, but I did it seriously last year, and it was fun.
It is fun. It can be fun. It can be awful as well.
Yes, we had one day that was quite awful.
Yeah, getting blanked is a common occurrence. I think if I had to put an answer on best state with best fishing, I agree. Michigan or Wisconsin would be way, way up there. But I think I think you have to pick
Florida.
For me, it's probably either Florida or California, and I'm probably picking Florida. It's probably Florida.
Yeah, I can afford Florida more than I can afford California. So
true.
If there's other factors that go,
California's so good though. It's
so good,
so good. If I were going to pick personally, I would pick California, but I think the right answer is Florida.
The weather is so nice in most
weather
is
dumb, and then you have the whole coast. Oh, I casually have the entire West Coast.
Yeah, it's kind of gorgeous, kind of amazing. But yeah, I think I would pick Florida. Yeah,
bet.
Let's do that.
Final answer.
Yeah, I'm fine with Florida. I think that's fair.
Fine. Consensus. We've done
it. All right. Awesome. What else?
This is more of a question.
Okay.
When you go to like generic ice cream place X, you, the three of us could just say what we think is going to be on that menu, and we would all have the exact same answer, and we would all be correct. How and why does that happen?
What?
How and why does that happen? Why do we have an ice cream place? They can be 20,000 miles apart. They'll have the same menu, same pictures, same flurry list. Like it's identical.
Same hot fudge sundaes, turtle sundae,
the garbage.
And then you go to the Blizzard flavors, and they got Oreo. They're
the same rainbow, chocolate, nothing. Yep. Like they got sprinkle or not sprinkle. Like we do strawberry or cherry. Like it's the same menu. It's been the same menu for 25 years.
I think unless you get customized with, there has to be a monopoly on ice cream. First of all, I think it's a monopoly. Second of all, like we've just tapped all of the flavors. Like there are
But
no.
you're saying there's nothing else.
There's nothing.
No, come
because
on,
of the monopoly.
Stop
brother.
it. I'll tell you how I know there's more.
You're gonna tell me
this
this
world.
niche?
I'm gonna tell you this niche. At the cottage, there's the place where you go get like your bait, your gas, snacks, whatever, like that spot. I lost it. I lost the whole story.
You were gonna talk about your s'mores ice cream, but
you get in there and they had s'mores ice
you.
cream, and that ice cream, I don't see it there.
I didn't want to ruin this for you, but I have had s'mores hand dipped ice cream, not in one place, but actually in many places, and it's one of my favorite go-to flavors. But I wanted to let you have it. It was your place. You took me to the spot.
I appreciate you letting me have that.
I've definitely
the best s'mores I've had, though.
What was that, Jake?
I've had s'mores as well.
Dude, waffle cone with s'mores is.
But that particular s'mores at that particular place, that was very good. That was top tier.
It was top
of
tier.
the
It's
s'mores.
Gotta be. It can't be that much better, right?
I don't feel like ice cream is tapped. Like there's definitely more.
It's not. I was joking. I was joking. It's not tapped.
Because when I lived in Austin, I had
an restricted.
I had an ice cream that was Earl Grey tea flavored, and you're like, oh, but it's actually really freaking good. It had like that like fruity.
Was it gelato or ice cream?
Yeah,
it was ice cream,
shaved ice.
It had that like floral taste to it, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be horrible."
Malt.
But I tried it, and I was like, "This is actually amazing."
I would
like,
definitely try it.
I'm
always down to try.
Yeah, I'll try any ice cream 2, 3, maybe 4 times.
Dude,
speaking of shaved ice, like
cream?
the worst. Shaved ice is the worst. Like it's
the Instamelt version of all the other
Instamelt.
It's a racket
everywhere.
You look at it, it's like,
dude, they charge you $7 for these
that is whack.
huts, and then
but like gelato's the same thing. It's
dude, it's ridiculous. But anyway, this truck that does shaved ice comes to my kid's school, and yeah, they charge like $7.
Oh.
$7 for shaved ice with syrup on it, and then they let the kids do the syrup. So that's gross. First of all, second of all, the kids go up there with their grubby little mitts and their shaved ice, and they're just like syrup. Then you get a brown syrup cone. It's disgusting, and the syrup's all over their hands, and then that stuff stains.
Oh, permanent.
Whoever created shaved ice, I got a bone.
Self-serve.
Yeah, I'll self-serve.
It was the Italian shaved ice.
Yeah, dude, it's a rack. That's the racket. But also, I feel like going back to the original question, all the ice cream places. So, anyways, back on the rail. I feel, dude, there has to be some sort of monopoly because they're all like every place you go, they have Hudsonville ice cream or like whatever other popular brand. There's like 2 or 3 brands that run every ice cream shop in the world. Apparently,
it's got to be. It's crazy. And
then
they all have the same exact malt toppings? Every single one, identical in the same order.
How?
They literally photocopied
it's like Chinese restaurants. They have the same exact menu.
It is
no matter
wild.
where you go in the country.
It's just for money laundering.
I'm washing cash, baby.
They sell these people the restaurant blueprints. It's like people selling like the Instagram
when the thumbnail works, you use the thumbnail. I don't know what to tell you.
Look at Kicking Their Bass TV. It's the same thumbnail.
Little kung pao, a little sweet and sour. I'm coming in.
That is my favorite internet Easter egg is if you go to Kicking Their Bass TV on a desktop and you just go to videos and you just scroll, you see the same fish splash, lure in hand and rod. But it's not like he's reshooting it. It's literally the same one every single time.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
But that's it. Like YouTube has put us in this place where that's just what we have
to do this.
You made me like most people won't complain, so it's fine. It's just whatever. I just notice it and I'm like, okay. This is where we are. This is where we've gone to. Neat. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think we covered a lot of ground with the ice cream situation. So how are we gonna bring down this monopoly?
I'm sorry, we've gone so high.
We like shed light on it and then we go missing tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I figured it out, but what's happening?
I would never disappear from my family intentionally. If I've gone missing, it's because the ice cream monopoly,
The ice cream mob is here.
big
They
ice
broke
cream
your-
is
broke your
after me.
kneecaps.
I'm a little nervous. I'm sweating, guys.
I don't know.
think we may have bitten off more than we could chew.
Hudsonville Creamery does not mess
Don't
around.
say their name out
Dude,
loud.
if you go to Pennsylvania, it's all Hershey ice cream.
Oh,
Yes, has to be.
But
They own
don't
the
not
say
state.
owned by
names.
Hershey's Chocolate Company. It was founded in the exact same city by a different guy in the exact same year, but they're completely different companies.
one of them wildly successful. One of them known by Jake.
One of them is a
Runs all ice
cream at like mom and pop stores throughout Pennsylvania.
Owning the dairy corner in Pennsylvania is something to be proud of.
The dairy corner. They cornered the dairy market.
I had this in Pennsylvania. Come on, come on.
Yeah.
Dude, for what it's worth, though,
It's like
Hershey's
winning a
ice
rugby
cream
game in New
Pennsylvania
Zealand.
is
Come on.
legit.
Oh, no way. That's insane.
See,
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, anyways, I think we've gone too far. If you guys haven't followed Jake, you guys should definitely do that. So go check out Ilyakin. Oh yes, big ice cream is coming for us. Ramon gets it. Big ice cream is coming for us. It's coming for Jake too. Jake's on this show.
yeah,
so
you did this to yourself.
big
That's
ice cream.
fine.
If you're gonna take us out, just
I got
remember,
Hershey in my corner. He's gonna back me up.
You have them in your corner.
You got
How?
Big Hershey. Oh,
Yeah, I got big Hershey supporting me because I'm pro monopoly of ice cream in Pennsylvania. It's just that good.
Pro monopoly.
It's just that good, man.
let them have it. Let them have it.
Pro ice cream company bailouts.
Let
Just
them have
like-
it. Too big to fail. Too big to fail.
When we get those like 100-degree heat days and all the ice cream melts.
No,
Oh, no.
not in this town.
Need a bailout.
Not here, buddy.
Got you. We protect our own
Take care of it.
monopolies.
This is family.
All right, we got to get out of here. All right, you guys go follow Ilyakin on all the social medias and stay tuned for some updates from Marinette, Wisconsin, where we are at the
Oh,
Northwoods
man.
Bronze Quest. This is going to be a blast. If you guys haven't registered and you want to, definitely there's still time, so go do that. And then, like we mentioned, you can also get some tent spots. Big shout out to anybody who donated to my wife's teaching fund early in the show. I just want to say thank you. You didn't have to do that. I just threw it out there.
I'm
You
glad
guys
you
are
did.
awesome. We appreciate you. You're putting notebooks in kids' hands. That's what you're doing. You're helping out our youth. So appreciate you for that. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll catch you guys next week. Chaz, take us out.